Protecting a family's financial welfare with life insurance is one of the most important decisions your clients will make. And understanding how to explain other insurance policies is crucial to helping clients think their way through these decisions. I'm Steve Madison, Vice President of Life Marketing, and today we continue the In the Know series on how to break down a whole life insurance policy. Whole life insurance is one of the oldest forms of life insurance in the industry, and there are an estimated 59 million whole life policies in force in North America. And I believe that if these clients actually understood how these policies worked, that they would reconsider owning them. That is why it is important to have the skills to have the conversations about whole life insurance and how it works with your clients. Today, we will be presenting just one way to explain how these policies work. Your RVP is going to be a great resource to help you with whole life policies. So let's dive in. In today's example, I will be using a 35-year-old male with $250,000 of coverage, which has a monthly premium of $282. Now, a traditional whole life policy goes to age 100. When whole life policies are advertised and sold, agents talk about how these policies build up cash value or savings inside the policies. They may also talk about dividends, which you should remember are not guaranteed. Let's walk through how the insurance component and savings or cash value component inside a whole life policy really works. What you will notice is that over time, the cash will grow inside the policy. However, it takes a few years before any cash is accumulated. Now, this information is shown inside the insurance policy on the specifications page or illustration. Now, if the policy was sold as a way to save money for retirement or for college or university for your kids, wouldn't you be upset if there was no savings for the first couple of years? That's the first downfall of a whole life policy. There is a delayed savings inside the policy. Now, for the second downfall, let's fast forward the policy 10 years, when our 35-year-old is now 45 and has a need for the savings inside the policy. As you will see inside the policy specification or illustration, the policy has around $23,000 in guaranteed cash value. Now, what the policy will also spell out is that if you want to take the money out of the policy and still have insurance, you have to borrow your own money from the policy. How does that make you feel? That is the second downfall of a whole life policy. You have to borrow your own money from the cash value. Now, continuing with this example, let's say the client needs $10,000 from the policy. Once they borrow the money from the policy, the face amount on the policy drops by the amount of the loan. So in this example, the client was covered for $250,000. However, once the money came out of the policy, the death benefit drops to $240,000. This is in the death benefit section of the policy. And you will notice that it indicates the death benefit will be decreased by any outstanding loan from the policy. Now, does it make sense that when you need to borrow the money that you accumulated inside the policy, your insurance coverage would be lowered? This is the third downfall of a whole life policy. The face amount drops if you take a loan from the policy. Now, there's still more to the story. When the money is loaned to you, by definition, a loan needs to be repaid. Not only do you have to repay the loan, but the insurance company charges interest on the loan. This is also spelled out inside the policy in the loan provision section. So what that means is that you need to pay not only your premiums, but you will also have to pay back your loan with interest. Now, your monthly cost has gone up and your coverage has gone down. This is the fourth downfall of a whole life policy. When you take a loan, you will have to pay more for less. How does that make you feel? Now I would like to fast forward once again. Let's assume that you paid the loan back with interest, and you are now 70 years old, but at this point you pass away. What you will realize is that the cash value inside the policy has grown to almost $130,000. Now, with that amount of money inside the policy, how much do you think your beneficiaries would receive? One would think that you would get the cash that was accumulated plus the death benefit of the policy. But unfortunately, that is not the way it works. Your beneficiaries would receive the $250,000 death benefit. This is the fifth downfall of a whole life policy. The death benefit doesn't change even when the cash inside the policy grows. That's the way whole life policies are designed. It feels as though there were two components sold, savings and insurance. However, when you go to use one, they take away the other. It would be like buying a pair of shoes, but never being able to wear both at one time. If you wear the left, you can't wear the right, or vice versa. That's why at Primerica, we believe that a client should keep their savings and insurance separate. We believe that not only do you have more control over the savings, but your beneficiaries will receive both the insurance death benefit and the savings in the event that you pass away. Hopefully, this information will be useful the next time you are at the kitchen table and a client says, "I already have life insurance." Then you will be able to talk about delayed savings, borrowing from the policy, decreased face amount, more cost for less coverage, and receiving either the death benefit or the savings, but not both. Remember, whole life policies are sold as having life insurance and savings. The truth is, it's life insurance or savings, but not both.